Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yesterday we finished off the SpongeBob DLC. Finding out that, yeah, that big murky bubble that we saw hanging out was indeed the dirt spreader. Though I'm sure they will probably make just as much of a mess before too long anyway. But with that said, we are moving on to the Back to the Future DLC because I figured that I don't know, that one just felt right. So yeah, we are going to, now this isn't like we're in the actual universe. This is like we are cleaning up for them when they're doing the movies type of thing. With all that said, let's just go ahead and jump into it, shall we? So yes, here we are. We have the film producer. We're at Twin Pines Mall, 1984. Powerwash Services. Want to get into the movie business with us at Universal Studios? You see, I'm a producer currently on location, looking at a dirty prop and wishing I had a big old water pistol to wash it down with. What are you eating it? When I said as much on set, my intern pointed you out in the phone book. I had no idea power washing was even a thing, but apparently people watch it for hours on their VHS. Who knew? Think you'd be up for coming down and helping us out? We loaned a medium-sized truck to another production. It's come back filthy as anything, and we need it for our next shot. Thanks a lot. So $45, it's gonna be an easy job. But as I was taking the pictures, I thought, okay, so, kind of not much to do. It's like, just this, we just have this truck and, I mean, then I realized, then I thought about it. I'm like, well, actually, can we get, no, can't really get closer to the mall, but we do actually see that it is Twin Pines Mall. But then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a second. There's a sign right up here. And we actually can come up here, and there is the sign for the Twin Pines Mall, which is just a really nice touch. I don't know how far out we can go. Can we do a complete circuit? I think we can. And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, they actually went fully into that, and we're like, yes, we're going to make the, we're going to make the actual sign for the mall and everything like that. So let's go ahead and go into our options, turn on our crosshair and our crosshair details. So yes, we have grime and flaky paint, apparently. Hey there, welcome to the set. Thanks. Alex, intern. Wow, so okay, we can get rid of the grime, but not the flake. I'm Alex. I'm a total whiz with a paper. So the producers have asked me to regularly check in with you. Right. Bet you're excited to be on a movie set, aren't you? I know I am. Wait, you've never been on a movie set before, but you're like an intern. I'm just an intern, so I'm excited. I haven't slept for 2 days. That's not good. Thank goodness for the sugar rush of waffle puffs. You sure you aren't an ad man? Well, at least the windows are easy to clean. Why is there so much, like, flaky paint? Wow, that is some really encrusted on grime. But this is one of those little things that's just like, oh wow, they again, they did a fantastic job in recreating, you know, like the mall and the truck and everything from the movie. And I'm sure they've got all the fun little things. There we go. Yeah, because isn't it just supposed to be like a dark yellow? Oh, brown Enterprise. Right. No, it was the yellow bus. I think it was the yellow or yellowish greenish bus that the Libyans came at. So the movie is called Back to the Future. Yeah, don't say. Never would have guessed that. Of course, this is like, yeah, this is like the production kid. Now, back, but to the future? How is that even possible? Have you not read the script? Like, you are... No joke, the title alone is making my brain fizz. I'm pretty sure that's the Waffle Puffs. From what I've already seen, it's just the tip of the huge mind-blowing, huge mind-bending iceberg. I tell you more about what's going on here, but I haven't seen the script. They're keeping that close to their chests. Closer to their chest than a spandex tank top. 80s references. What I would give to read that thing. Trust me, kid, I don't think you wouldn't understand it. Okay, there we go. I do like the atmosphere that they have with the kind of haze and the fog and stuff. Like that is a nice little touch. Of course, with this, we can kind of see the HDRI that they used. Like, seriously, you rented this out to them and they painted it? Like that, yeah. Alex, you are probably gonna get fired for that shit. And rightfully so, if I'm being honest. Like, whoever made that decision to rent out a truck and then, you know, not to make, and didn't make sure that they were going to get it back in proper condition, deserves to be fired. Really? Come on now. What have I got to do to get in there? Ugh. All right. From what I can tell, the movie's about a high school kid who's best friends with a mad scientist. Okay, that is accurate so far. The high school kid's called Marty McFly. Sounds like a Scottish insect, but he's really cool. Hang on a moment here. I want to make sure to get that over there. Yes, there we go. Right. Okay. Everything sounds... The scientist called Dr. Emmett Brown, and he looks like he's one electrical shock too many. You know, I can't find a fault in this kid's description so far. I really can't find a fault in his description thus far. He actually sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Which is kind of unusual for this game. Like, usually the characters you talk to are so far out of their depth that it's not even funny. let's make sure to get these parts. There we go. All right, I am gonna guess that we need to get up on top to get the rest of the yeah. All right, that makes sense. There's the hinge. Producers are loving that soup, by the way. Cool. Is it available for a day hire? There's a couple of scenes where it would fit perfectly. This is not it's not a radiation suit though. I mean, that's kind of the thing. And I kind of need it to do my job. Like, this is what keeps me from being infected by all the nasty stuff that you guys have me clean. So, no. It would not be available for hire. So what are we missing here? There we go. All right, loading door, roof trim. There we go. All right. Now then, the roof trim. Wait a second. Is that a bevel like that? Yeah. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. It had like this weird, like it was beveled up from the bottom and in from from both the bottom and the top, which just makes it difficult to deal with. All right, I was not meaning to jump that high. All right, you come here. Get the roof trim on this side here. Yeah. And whoever did their paint job did a good job of making sure that it's just... All right, which wing mirror? All right, that one. There we go. Van looks fantastic. They said it'd be fine under the grime. In fact, you've done such an amazing job, we'd like you to stick around and wash down the most important vehicle in the entire film. Thanks a lot. The Time Machine. Hello again. Meet our movie star vehicle, the Time Machine. That's the car that's been modified by a genius inventor, Doc Brown, to incorporate a flux capacitor fueled by bootleg plutonium, naturally. It reaches its top speed of 88 miles per hour in no time, so to speak. Anyway, writing those timelines is cold work, which has left it covered in temporal ice and astral particulate. Basically, our props department had a field day with it. We need it clean for one last take. Oh, and we'd really appreciate it if you kept everything that you've seen today under your hat, or rather, mask. The future depends on it. Thanks a lot. And hello there, Moon Mage. Now, since we have our actual, normal gear, which, again, I'm not entirely sure... Yes, we do actually have the tri-tip now. Good. So yes, we have Icy Grime. How incredible does that car look, right? Looks exactly how I'd imagine a time machine would look. Imagine a time machine to look if it was a car. By the way, we've had to keep the gold wing doors locked. Well, as long as you don't need me to clean the inside, it should be all right. The team have installed some highly sensitive electronics inside that don't mix well with water. Yeah. Hey, somebody actually thought of that. Okay. Also, from what I've already seen, there's going to be a dog hopping what? Hopping in and out of it all night. Anyway. That's a big anyway, you know.
Now in this scene, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Well, that's not surprising. You haven't read the script. It's hard to pick up what everyone's saying unless you're stood next to the boom mic, which I'm not allowed to do as I fidget too much. Yeah, that would screw up a boom mic. However, judging from the last shot, Doc, the car's inventor, has an extremely clever dog that's capable of driving a car. That's no. Alright, the cables are done. A little bit left on the tire, which is annoying. I'm guessing we need to hit the tires from the back as well. That or there's some really nasty gunk on those tires. All right. Ah, okay. I love how they have actually labeled everything. It's like, yes, this is what all of these little bits and bobs are. Just to let you know, they're planning on testing out the time travel special effects soon, so watch out for that. Right. Oh, there are so many fiddly little things in here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a pain. Yeah, I can confirm, when you're done on the car, they're going to put it through its paces. Okay. You're about to see some serious special effects. Oh wait, you guys didn't want to have somebody say the word shit? I mean, we literally cleaned tons of manure off of a church in this game, so I think you can say it. Steam pipe release. Okay. We have the rear body. Somebody really had a lot of fun with the technobabble on this. They really did. Like the emergency cooling tank, the temporal field gyroscope. All right, there we go. All right, what are we missing? Flux capacitor, all right. And then the flux boxes. All right, what else do we have? Front toe ring, all right. Rear flux boxes. Didn't get all of the roof? Oh, no, I guess not. All right. Right. Wipers. Mirror. All right, and then the front toe rings. Or I know I got one of them. There we go. come on. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure you should be able to do that with, practical special effects. Just saying. I mean, it is nice that they went into it and were like, yeah, we're gonna actually do all the stuff for the game from the movie. Just wanted to drop you a note to say thanks for doing another perfect job. Anyone who goes the extra mile certainly has a future in this industry. We won't hesitate to contact you should anything else come up, which it most certainly will. There's no messier business than show business. If you need a review for your local directory's listing or whatever, Alex will sort it. Thanks a lot. So now we got to do the clock tower. Hey, Powerwash Services. Any chance you're free to come down to the Universal Studios backlot? We're just wrapping up our film's incredible climax sequence, where the special effects team threw everything at our clock tower, even lightning. Now, the film's in the can. We need it meticulously cleaned down for the next production. You did a fantastic job on our vehicle, so naturally, you're the first person we thought of. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that was the license plate in the first Back to the Future. Okay, so I don't... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Moss and mud. Welcome back. We've left the front door open, so you can use the staircase. Should make cleaning the stuff up by the clock much easier. Well, I would hope so. I still haven't seen the script, but I've watched them film this scene 1,000 times, so I can talk you through it. Right. I don't trust you to be able to talk me through anything. I'm pretty sure you don't have a clue as to what the hell's going on. I know what you mean. I just have a memory for the useless little bits of stuff. Did they have to like actually put rust on the lamppost? Was that really a necessary thing? That seems kind of above and beyond, what's really necessary. There we go. Finally. I'm not entirely sure that's technically a banister. Isn't a banister like something you can actually like, you know, reach out and touch when you're going up and down the stairs? Like you'd have to, you know, maybe if you're a toddler, that might work as a banister. Like, seriously, you guys don't have anybody that just, like, is contracted in-house to do this type of stuff? I find that very difficult to believe. Like, contracting cleaning services out seems reckless. I mean, even with an NDA, it's just kind of stupid. The sheer amount of stuff that needs to be cleaned on any given day at a movie studio, it's like, yeah. This does not seem worth it. There we go. All right. All right, fine. I'll get you two. Pretty sure I've cleaned the other side of this. I think I did. I don't remember. Yep, I did. Good. I was gonna say, I'm like, well, I guess we'll find out pretty quickly, really. At least the stairs and stuff aren't too bad. All right, so now we just need to hit this. Wow. I actually got a lot further than I thought I did. I thought I only got about halfway across, but nope. I actually got pretty far in. Yeah, stairs are the easiest part. I could see that. I could totally see that happening. Oh, I bet. Yep. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, hey, bet there's a little bit of just like a teeny tiny little crack there. That it does. There is lichen on here. Oh, my lovely little tri-tip. I've missed you. Even though I didn't use you pretty much at all in the sequel. So Doc's climbed the top clock tower, right? Okay. I think it's because he's scared of three things: big cats, heights, and lightning, and he's trying exposure therapy. No, that is all wrong. Well, I mean, he is kind of scared of lightning. His plan is to hug a sculpture of a puma and then zipline its way to the ground in a thunderstorm. 3 birds, 1 stone. But when he merges onto the ledge of the clock tower and he sees the puma, he panics. He's bitten off way more than he can chew. That's not that is not accurate. You really should just see if you can't, like, get a script and read it. Before you try and, talk like you know what's going on. Okay, so the pillars are, separated into sections here. Kind of surprised these things aren't more of a pain. course, I say that, and then the top of that one's just going to be, nearly freaking impossible, right? Oh, okay. I see. So we will have to pull our scaffolding over to get up there, because, yeah, it's kind of like got some curved bits that are going to need some up-close personal attention. All right. It's better. I can't hit that far one. Ah, come on. Can't really see what I'm doing because of the damn tree. All right. Now then, you. Yes, right about there. That's good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to get the inside part of these. You mind? Okay, I don't need to. Good. You know, you gotta wonder sometimes, like with the character of Alex here, he's an intern who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground as far as the movie's concerned. Like, how many assistants are there like that? That's like, they think they know what the hell's going on with the movie, then they go and see the movie, and it's like, oh, that is not what I thought was happening. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get the rest of that from, like, up there. Okay, how I made that jump without, like, breaking my freaking legs, I don't know. And like how I don't entirely know how I'm blasting that with, like, high-powered water and not shattering those things everywhere. All right. There we go. That's better. That is true. The Powerwash simulator in general likes defying logic. Sometimes I think the creators just, relish in defying logic. Doc tries to focus by pulling the zip line, by pulling up the zip line from his friend Marty. Marty tries to warn the Doc about something. Wait, you just fell asleep at that point? Not sure exactly what, as his timing stinks. It's in the middle of a thunderstorm and Doc can't hear a thing. So Doc returns to his exposure therapy and hugs the puma. It cures him. No, he almost falls. Now on to fears 2 and 3. Okay, I'm guessing I need to... Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. I'll probably need to hit those from the scaffolding. Basically need to hit the up top portion of those. And the brick wall above them. I mean, they really did make these models and stuff really well detailed. I will say that much. It's like, yeah, the sheer amount of detail that they put into this is definitely impressive. But then Future Labs has always just really done amazing jobs as far as their models. Like, and they're like, hey, so yeah, we want to make the some of the scenes from Back to the Future. It's like they do not skimp. I still think somebody just had way too much fun with the techno babble on the DeLorean, though. I really do. I think they just like somebody was just like, "Oh no, we need to name all of this stuff, and we need to know exactly what it does." And you just know somebody was like, "Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so." Of course, this is from somebody who, sat there one day and decided, hey, you know what? I want to take the laser rifle from Fallout 4 and completely make my own model of it. Yeah, the white, the just like basic white. All right. We're still just cleaning the base of this frickin' building. We're definitely going to have to get the scaffolding out for that. All right, there we go. You sit there. And I'm going to try and run up you? I'm not entirely sure how I wound up, like, basically going backwards down the stairs. It was certainly not my intention. Hey there, Caden. How's it going? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, do not fall off, you silly bastard. That's good. You finally get some of that sorted out? Right, there's that. Right. That one. Okay, I think we've got... Well, okay, the doorway there, obviously. But I think we have most of this done now. Well, the lower portion, the lower outer portion. I don't know what all we're going to need to do on the inside. That's good. So now, see, now you don't have to go through OBS shouldn't have to go through OBS to get your audio for everything else to sound good. You should be able to have just run everything through Wavelink and just let that do its job. All right, so wow, we're actually over halfway done. I was not anticipating being over halfway done just by finishing up down here. Open the doors. Oh, bugger me. All right. There's that. Right. I knew there was something else I was forgetting. Something that we needed to go up a little bit higher for. And it's those guys. Oh, nope. Don't go over yet. There we go. All right. Well, at least it's clean in here. Of course, I don't think that was ever really shown on the movie. So. Whoa. Ooh, Okay. I think the set decorators went a little bit far on this. I think they just really wanted to throw a bunch of mud and gunk around. And apparently lichen. Like, storm is really brewing now. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this guy really doesn't know what he's talking about. Connect the zip line. Doc has to walk along the edge and plug it into the base of the clock tower's weather vane. Well, I mean, kind of, yeah. Yes, we are in Hill Valley.
The ledge crumbles beneath his feet. That must have been what Marty was warning the doc about. The ledge's substandard construction. Somehow, Doc holds on and tries to plug in the zip line, but it's pinned down by this awful log. Well, you're getting some of it right now. See, if we were in New York with the Ghostbusters, these would be lions, and they'd be down on the ground. Although I would love to see them do a Ghostbusters thing, a Ghostbusters DLC for Slime or for Powerwash Simulator 2. Okay. Now, where are you still dirty? Make sure you wash behind your ears. No, they are individualized. Oh, I think I found it. I think it's back and under this leg. There we go. And apparently his bum. And your ears and the top of your head. Ooh. Don't pull a Doc Brown. I'm getting just like all up close and personal with this panther. There we go. All right. Do we already have all the trim? No, not all of it, but most of it. There we go. All right. We just need the clock rim. A little bit of the wall. Did you guys really need to, like, actually make this thing this tall and dangerous? Where is the... Oh, there it is. I mean, granted, this is this was a movie in the 80s, so probably. I mean, as far as this game is concerned, they actually had the DeLorean, like, heal out and disappear in, a twin line of fire, so... Alright, are these shutters clean? Not terribly. I mean, they're not horrible. At least, on the outside. Now, on the inside, yeah, they're pretty awful. Dear gods. This is just all kinds of awful. Like, I'm beginning to think they built this thing, like, they actually built this thing back in the 50s and just let it go to rot. All right, give me just a moment here. I need to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Or at least I'm back. Oh. It is a whopping 3 degrees outside. Yeah, it's kind of chilly. It's just a little chilly out there. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, where's the last bit of this wall? Oh, there it is. It's just, I'm still not entirely sure where it was that I needed to hit, but I'm gonna need to get up. I'm gonna need to get up on top of something in order to hit the damn top of that beam. You get out of my way. Who put you there? Like, I don't have an assistant that puts these things out there. At least I don't think so. I should have an assistant that just, like, deals with all the various different pieces of equipment and stuff. Like the ladders, all that stuff. Yeah, just hire somebody to be my equipment monkey. Can you close? I can't close this door. I suppose that would make it too easy to clean the door if I could close the door. Get this table done. You know, I'm suddenly reminded of when we were doing Wallace and Gromit's basement. This really reminds me of all that. I still really love to be able to close this frickin' door. There we go. All right. Finally. This is just like grind. Yeah, okay. Right, you're still trying to relay the... Eventually, Doc frees the cable, but the storm's directly overhead. Yet you still have no clue as to what you're talking about, dude.
There's no time to question his fear of heights. He has to zip line down to the ground before he gets electrocuted. He makes it. Here too ticked onto the lightning. Now on the ground, he grabs the cable glowing with lightning as Marty drives past in the car. It's not like glowing with lightning. It hasn't even been hit by lightning yet. On the ground, he grabs... Right. Doc celebrates overcoming his final fear by dancing in Marty's fiery trail. How all this ties in with time travel is anyone's guess. And you admitted you haven't read the script, so you're not exactly somebody that I would trust with any information. Okay, so it's like the carpenters and stuff just using this as a place to work, or like this is in your back lot. You surely did not build an entire frickin', clock tower in your back lot just for a single movie. Yeah. I don't think Alex the intern is going to be making it very far. I mean, besides the fact that, he talks about stuff that he has no clue about. He's also telling somebody who is not involved in the movie, like, everything that's happening, or as far as he can tell, everything that's happening. Right. Up here.
My dude, you should never tell anybody the details of the movie that you're working on. All right. There we go. That's better. Was it really necessary to dirty up the bell? Like, if I remember right, they did actually show like the clockwork and stuff in Back to the Future, but like, yeah. So, yeah, having basic working stuff, yeah, that fits. And they did have the bell. They did show the bell. Because it rings and damn near deafens Doc. Well, he did say that this is his first movie. He was like just hired as an intern, so I mean, yeah, they're not going to trust they're not going to trust a brand new intern with any information. I'm still impressed that they trust me enough to come in and clean this shit. Like, surely you guys don't call in a power washer every time you need something cleaned. You do have janitorial services, I should hope. Find that sweet spot and just let it go. It would be nice if I could speed this up a little bit. All right, there we go. I think that could be it. All right. You over to here. Up the ladder, please. Thank you. All right. Come on, you're gonna give me a big crank like that and you're not gonna let me turn it? I do like the physics that they put in this. Like the curve of the gear causing the water to shift and kind of bend around. That is one of those nice little things. Game has so many pleasant little things that make you forget about how much of an irritant it can be at times. Faster for me to move around this one cog than anything else.
If I jump in the gears and stuff, will that help me stop it? Or at least make it so that I don't have to deal with them anymore? Will it at least end my pain? For the grime and stuff, we can just, yeah, we don't need a lot of water or a lot of pressure even. All right. There we go. That's better. All right. See, all the little places that you missed from way up there. Okay, no, that was just the light reflecting. Okay. You go on the clear spot, on the clean spot of the floor, so that I can actually clean the rest of it without having to move around your WAS. You know what, Mr. Ladder? You got the same deal. Get out my way. Now, technically, if this is after the climax of the movie, the gears and stuff should not be working. That was kind of the whole point, was the mechanism stopped in the 50s when it was struck by lightning. Even the clock rim needs its backside cleaned. Ugh. Wait. What was that? It was the entrance window pediments. Okay. The
Okay, what else is there? Workbench cog. Of course, the nigh unreachable frickin' thing. Talking things up here, things down there. Good. I can't take it anymore! Very anticlimactic. Oh, I see. I see what's missing here. Okay. Oh, God. I can't see where the dirt is because you got a goddamn tree here. Oh, I can put you here. I think. Kind of. I mean, at least you'll get me up above the tree. That's good. That's something at least. Gee, I wonder what that is. Sure looks like a piece of the set that nobody's supposed to see yet. All right. Well, that wasn't good. All right, I've been at 99% for a while now. Right, so we need the hammer. Okay. So much shit. Ugh. I mean, I do love their detailed models, but dear gods, there's too much detail. All right. Ladder? Yeah, I guess you're up here should fit. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So which one of you cogs is not clean yet? All right, there we go. Ceiling axle. Just about all the axles are in the frickin' ceiling. Clock dial axle. I mean, if that's the axle, shouldn't it technically be moving? Those you. There we go. Finally. Oh, good grief. That's one heck of a job, Power Washer. Thank you. Can't wait to sit down with the editors now and get those scissors working. Really feels like we've been part of something truly special here. We couldn't be more pleased with your work. If anything else comes up, we'll get you back in the future. Thanks a lot. So yes, yep. And there it is. So now the 1989. Now we'll be going on to the cinema for the future set. But that's going to be tomorrow because, yeah, it's already after 2 here, so it's time to go to bed soon. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Don't forget the top link in the description down below takes you to our 4th wall page where we have things like our Now You're Washing with Power sweatshirt and much, much more. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below, from our Facebook page to the permanent invite for our Discord server. I try to make sure to notify you of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more of the Outer Worlds 2, and then that following midnight, we'll be back with more Power Wash Simulator. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Production.